Welcome, listeners and viewers, to the My Practice, My Business podcast and YouTube channel. Our topic today is that another plaque on your wall? We'll begin our discussion right there.
Welcome, all of you fantastic dental podcast listeners, to the My Practice, My Business dental podcast show, where we help dentists profit and thrive with excerpts from the clinical business of dentistry training here at My Practice, My Business. We'll be addressing and answering questions with current trends dentists and their teams face each and every day in their pursuit of this wonderful career we call dentistry. And now the host of our show, the clinical director and president at My Practice, My Business, Dr. Rob Thorup.
So lately I'm starting to wonder, I'm beginning to wonder, maybe I've been wondering the whole time, if some dentists who serve in dental associations are just there for a new plaque of recognition to hang on the wall. Don't get me wrong, I know they put in a lot of time as they serve, but are they effective leaders or just going through the motions of being a leader just to have that plaque of recognition? What am I talking about? I know I'm probably pissing off all you leaders out there right now, but hear me out. Years ago, Tracy and I were on Utah's Capitol Hill working on legislation to benefit the dentists in the state of Utah, and our trusted UDA executive was up there on the Hill working on some dental legislation also, and neither one of us knew either of us would be up there. We had identified some things we needed to work on months in advance, but it was a welcome sight to actually see each other as we met with the state representative to whom we'd been working with for a long time. And all of a sudden it hit me like an ocean wave. And I asked our UDA executive, I said, where are the officers of the UDA? You should just at least have one of them with you. And I asked him why he didn't have support or backup or protection with him in the form of any UDA officer or delegate. I am a practicing dentist, and just like all the rest of you, I had to block out my schedule on behalf of all the Utah dentists to bring legislation that favored all of them and their patients they serve. I had to take off the time. I'm not seeing patients when I'm up there. And I asked the exec, I said, where was the UDA leadership? And he just gave me a beautiful excuse on their behalf. And I, of course, accused him of being politically correct. We'd both just laughed, but it still kind of bugged me throughout the whole day. And every year, the Utah Dental Association holds an annual meeting. It's titled CQI. It stands for Continual Quality Improvement. And I have to say that this year's meeting was probably one of the better ones that I've ever attended. The first presentation was by a doc who is in charge of wellness for the Utah Dental Association. And shame on me, I don't remember his name, but man, did I remember the information that he gave. And the older I get, the more important his topic, which was on wellness. It's a very important topic for our colleagues, and it's literally became more than just a blip on my radar scope. But let me start out by stating what doesn't contribute to wellness of our colleagues. Insurance reimbursement rates, staffing issues, working harder and making less. Those are just a few of the lovely things we dentists deal with, right? And we are so lucky that in our CQI meeting, we were given the answer to all three problems. What was the magical answer, you might be wondering, to insurance reimbursements, staffing issues, and working harder and making less? Well, it was simple. We were pretty much told just to drop our PPO plans. Go out of network immediately. In fact, we were shown how the lecturing doctor had increased his profitability by 55% in roughly 10 to 11 years. Now, any math wizard would tell you that is roughly 5% of new net revenue each year over year. And have any of you heard the phrase, whoop diddly do? I'm going to use it right there. The cost of living index increase alone should have or would have accounted for at least 30% of that increase being fee-for-service. If you're fee-for-service, your fees aren't controlled by a network or a dental insurance contract. After all, he wouldn't be subject to price controls with PPO contracts, so he should have been increasing his price points annually. Allow me to let you in on a little secret. My Practice, My Business trained offices see an average of 17 to 24% increase in net revenue in year one. And they typically will level out around the 35 or 45% range in new net revenue when they apply 85% of what they learn here at My Practice, My Business. They don't even have to apply 100%. Some offices just apply smaller percentages because they're always nervous to charge their patient fairly for what they do. Such a mental block that we have as dentists because we don't know what we don't know. But in addition, these offices are also trained to increase their fee-for-service fees yearly to accommodate inflation and increased cost of goods. And they learn the skills to work with insurance companies. Let me say that again. Our trained offices here at My Practice, My Business learn the skills necessary to work with insurance companies to see fee increases on a regular basis. It's interesting how willing insurance companies are to work with offices that know contracts and that they know state laws and business concepts and can have those conversations with them versus those companies and association members that have not been taught or been taught to drop insurances or they threaten to drop insurances to get fee increases from said insurance companies. Tracy and I hear it all the time, how insurance reps are tired of dealing with dentists who threaten to drop them or yell at them because they haven't had increases. Well, those offices who aren't afraid to run their businesses like a business simply see higher net revenues. Best of all, they see those returns with keeping their PPO patients. What a concept. Actually keeping PPO patients, actually keeping PPO plans and not dropping them. It's amazing what dentists and their teams can accomplish when they learn how to apply state laws and dental insurance contracts for procedural profitability. Learning business skills and principles is one thing that brings net revenue to every practice we train. But a chunk of that new net revenue comes from understanding your dental business rights with the state laws you already have on the books. With that being said, where in the heck are the dental associations in training their members on how to apply those said laws? Instead of treating the dental insurance companies like enemies, why don't they learn to work with them? Why do the dental associations constantly want to teach their members to drop plans instead of seeing if there's a better way to become profitable with them, like we have here at My Practice, My Business? I have yet to see a dental association leader sit down with any dental insurance company and have a conversation about direct operating costs or how dentists are upside down with nearly every procedure, and then ask the dental insurance companies if there is a way for their association members to be profitable with their plans instead of seeing their dentists depressed and entertaining feelings of checking out of this life. Hence the topic of wellness at our CQI meeting being of great importance to Tracy and I, yet the leadership having no idea how to truly help the dues-paying dentists they serve. The helping answers always seem to repeat themselves year after year, and that is, again, drop the PPO plans. Dropping dental plans is oftentimes not the answer. Most dentists work in blue-collar communities where patients will leave the out-of-network dentist for one that is in-network. And once you state your intentions to drop out of dental plans, that same dental insurance company will send out letters telling your previously insured patients all the names and locations of dentists near them that are in network with their plans. Talk about loss of patient base and the mitigation of damage that follows when dropping your plans. Nobody wants to talk about that. It's time for association leadership to wake the hell up and learn the truth about dental insurance contracts and the applications of dental state laws. Bring on those individuals who are knowledgeable about said laws and dental insurance contracts and have them speak each and every year at the trade shows and other association events. I'm so grateful that I actually took the time to be taught by the regional manager at Blue Cross Blue Shield in regards to the requirements of procedural profitability clear back in 1991. There are definitely some dental insurance companies that attempt to regulate the quality of delivery of oral health care, and those asshats are located on the advocacy page on the My Practice, My Business website. Look them up. And for all of you out of state listening to this, get your association leaders to hold their feet to the fire and to do their jobs, not just get a plaque on the wall. The large majority of dental insurance companies are willing to help when they're asked kindly. And they want to help. They want dentists to be successful. They want their dental panel to not be stressed out. Dental insurance company reps are not oblivious to the fact that their reimbursement rates have remained stagnant for years. They know it's a problem with their panel of dentists, and they live in a very competitive industry. And their premiums are commensurate with their fee schedules paid to all of us. But in order to increase reimbursement rates, they would have to increase their premiums. And if they do that, they'll lose business if they do. It's a double-edged sword for them, just like it is for us. But it's one that has a workaround if dentists will only learn business skills and run their dental business properly, which has been stated by insurance reps over and over again to Tracy and I. One would think that the dental associations would focus more on the clinical business of dentistry. But for some reason, they don't. For some reason, the good old boy network exists and rules in most associations. That old school leadership simply does not understand the goal of every dental business. Every dental business. That goal is to make money, meaning profitable money. Heaven forbid we make money in dentistry. And I know so many of you out there are so scared to tell patients what price points are. Don't. Learn business rules, learn leadership skills, and you can learn them right from us. It's so much easier to take the simple route of telling dentists to just drop dental plans. Then you can charge your fee-for-service fee to every patient. These same association leaders tell us that if we charge our PPO patients additional fees, that we're nickel and diming them, or worse, we're gouging them. But for some reason, it's fine and dandy to collect your fee-for-service fee from, self-paying patients. Gosh, the irony, the hypocrisy, it just doesn't stop. Are association leaders really leading? Are they? It is so frustrating to me because I see so many of them burying their heads in the sand. They don't want to learn about insurance contracts and state laws. In fact, I just lectured at an event down at Thanksgiving Point yesterday, and there were about 40 to 60 dentists there. I didn't take a count. The first question I asked them, how many of you have read your contracts, your insurance contracts cover to cover? Not one rose their hand. I asked them, how many of you know about the state laws and how to apply them? Only a couple rose their hands, and they were clients of ours. So then I asked them, how many of you have actually read your CDT code books cover to cover? Because that truly is the pilot operating handbook of what we do in dentistry. My friends, I want our association leaders to lead. I'm grateful for their service. But they're not leading if they're not teaching us and not having individuals who could come in and talk intelligently about insurance contracts and state laws and their application. So then I asked myself this question: are they just looking forward to another plaque to hang on the wall? Or do they really want to lead? I'm asking them, please lead. Thanks so much for watching this and listening to our podcast.
Thank you for being with us today. Since 2006, My Practice, My Business has been teaching dentists and their teams business skills, dental insurance contractual protocols, and state laws governing how to profitably bill patients fairly for the need-based services they provide. What's more, we guarantee our training unlike other dental consulting companies in the industry. Simply stated, if you don't increase your net revenue, we don't get paid. We call it dental consulting the way it should be. We believe there's never been a more important time than now for dentists to experience and implement our key methods, knowledge, and business training within their dental practices. To learn more about our guaranteed, no-risk clinical business of dentistry training that is changing dental practices for the better, just go to our website, mypracticemybusiness.com, and surf our pages for additional information about our company and the services we provide. When you're ready, give us a call and get scheduled for the most profitable dental business training that you will ever experience. If you enjoyed our podcast, please leave us a 5-star review. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call us. Thank you again and have a fantastic day.